What really happened behind the scenes? What made Jungkook and Taehyung finally take the biggest leap of their lives? A decision that could change not only their careers but the future of BTS forever. Watch closely, stay until the end, and tell us in the comments what you think really pushed them to this breaking point. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this story will shake everything you thought you knew about them. The air and soul felt heavier than usual that night. Fans around the world were scrolling through their phones, unaware that something monumental was about to happen. Something that would change the way they saw Jungkook and Taehyung forever. For years, they had been the heartbeat of BTS, symbols of brotherhood, artistry, and resilience. But beneath the glittering lights and perfect performances, whispers were growing louder. Was something shifting? Was a new era about to begin or end? Those questions exploded across timelines when both Jungkook and Taehyung posted cryptic messages within minutes of each other. Simple words, no explanations. Yet every syllable carried weight, the kind that made millions of armies hold their breath. Sometimes Jungkook wrote, "You have to choose yourself even if it hurts." And then came Taehyung's, "The heart knows when it's time." What did it mean? Was it about music, friendship, freedom, or something darker? Something that had been building quietly behind the smiles and stages? The fandom erupted into chaos. Theories flooded Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Some fans insisted this was just poetic expression. Others believed it was a coded goodbye. But as the hours passed and the two remained silent, tension twisted tighter. Something felt different this time, raw, unfiltered, real. When dawn came, the news hit like thunder. Jungkook and Taehyung were stepping away to redefine their artistic paths. That was the official statement, polished, diplomatic, emotionless. But for ARMY, it wasn't enough. Redefine their paths? Together? Part? Why now, when everything seemed perfect? People remembered their last live broadcast together. The laughter, the nostalgic glances, the strange pauses that no one noticed until later. Jungkook had said softly, "Sometimes you just know when it's time to turn a page." Taehyung had nodded, eyes glistening as if he was fighting words he couldn't say. Back then, everyone thought it was just another deep moment between two close friends. Now it felt like a farewell hiding in plain sight. The internet burned with questions. Was this the end of their chapter in HYB? Had something happened behind closed doors? Disagreements, creative conflicts, emotional burnout? Or was this simply the brave step of two artists refusing to be confined by the expectations of an empire? Inside sources whispered that this decision wasn't made overnight. For months, Jungkook and Taehyung had been seen in deep conversation, often disappearing from group activities earlier than usual. Some described it as two souls planning something quietly revolutionary. Others called it a storm waiting to break. And when it did, the shock was global. Fans posted videos crying, others defending them fiercely, while some begged them to stay. "Please don't leave," one fan wrote on Weverse, her words capturing the heartbreak of millions. "You are BTS. Without you, it's not the same." But Jungkook had already hinted at this crossroad in his solo interviews. He spoke about artistic identity, about wanting to explore the parts of himself that couldn't fit within the group's framework. "BTS is home," he said once. "But sometimes you have to step outside to see it clearly." Taehyung echoed similar feelings in another moment of vulnerability. "There's so much I still want to show," he confessed during a live. "But to do that, maybe I need to walk a different path for a while." Was this that path? Were they leaving for good? Or just stepping into a different chapter? No one knew. And maybe that's what made it so powerful. The official video announcement dropped unexpectedly on a Sunday night. A quiet, cinematic clip showing both of them sitting side by side in a dimly lit studio. No flashy effects. No script. Just honesty. Taehyung looked straight into the camera first. "We've talked about this for a long time," he began, voice trembling slightly. "We love BTS, we love ARMY. But sometimes love means letting yourself grow." Jungkook nodded beside him, his expression soft yet resolute. "This isn't goodbye," he said carefully. "It's a promise that we'll come back, stronger, truer, and more ourselves." It wasn't the dramatic explosion fans feared. It was something deeper, bittersweet, brave. A quiet revolution disguised as tenderness. Within hours, the clip was everywhere. News outlets dissected every word, every glance, every breath. Analysts speculated about contractual implications, creative freedom, and HYBE's next move. Meanwhile, ARMY across the world united in heartbreak and pride. Hashtags like #WeTrustJungkook and #AlwaysWithTaehyung trended worldwide. But under all that noise, one question pulsed like a heartbeat. What really pushed them to this point? Some say it was the pressure, the endless cycle of perfection that left little room for individuality. Others say it was destiny, that these two, who had always shared a rare emotional wavelength, simply needed to create something that was truly theirs. There were also rumors, quiet, unconfirmed, yet impossible to ignore, that this decision came after a private meeting with someone unexpected, a figure from their past who once guided them through their earliest struggles. That meeting, one insider whispered, changed everything. It reminded them who they were before the fame. Could it be that simple? That two global icons, after years of noise, just wanted to hear their own voices again. In their silence, fans found meaning. Old lyrics suddenly hit harder. Old videos felt like secret messages. People replayed moments from concerts, searching for clues. The way Jungkook looked at Taehyung during The Truth Untold. The way Taehyung smiled at him before walking off stage in Busan, where they already sang goodbye back then. Every detail became sacred. Every memory a puzzle piece. And slowly, the truth began to emerge. Not as an answer, but as an emotion. It wasn't betrayal. It wasn't rebellion. It was liberation. The kind that comes when two hearts realize that staying still means losing themselves. HYB's response, when it finally arrived, was cautious but respectful. "We support Jungkook and Taehyung in their artistic journey," the statement read. "BTS remains a family, and their choices reflect the strength of that bond." But fans weren't satisfied. "If it's family," one user commented, "why does it feel like goodbye?" That night, the world saw something rare. Vulnerability from two men who had carried the weight of global expectations for years. They didn't break under pressure. They chose honesty over comfort, purpose over perfection. And that decision, quiet, brave, terrifying, became the biggest of their careers. It wasn't about walking away from BTS. It was about walking toward themselves. The silence after their announcement was deafening. For days, social media felt like a storm that refused to calm. ARMYs uploaded reaction videos, some with trembling voices, others with tear-stained faces. Every word Jungkook and Taehyung had said was dissected frame by frame, as if decoding a hidden message. What did he mean by promise? Fans asked. What kind of growth are they seeking? The mystery only deepened when both artists disappeared from public sight, right after the video dropped. No lives, no updates, just silence. But silence, when it comes from artists like them, speaks louder than any statement. It's the kind of silence that means rebuilding. A pause before the next storm. And deep inside that quiet, something powerful was shifting. Reports began to surface that both Jungkook and Taehyung were in separate studios, working on projects they had dreamed of for years. Not just music, but stories, art, emotion. Jungkook, known for his obsession with perfection, was said to be writing songs that felt more human, less polished. Taehyung, on the other hand, was painting, composing, exploring what he once described as the colors of solitude. Fans couldn't help but wonder, were they creating something together? Or were these parallel journeys leading in different directions? Then came the leaks. Faint whispers from industry insiders claiming that the two had recorded something unexpected. Not under HYBE, not as BTS, but under an unnamed project that no one could trace. It's something they've been planning quietly for years.